Hi, I'm Paul Greenberg of the NORA Network with another solution partner, Showreel. This morning I'm chatting to great industry friend. It's my pleasure and privilege, long-time industry friend and associate, Brian Walker. Brian's the CEO and the founder of the Retail Doctor Group. Brian, lovely to see you.
Great to be here, Paul.
Terrific.
Thank you.
For our viewers, tell us a little bit about the Retail Doctor Group and just as importantly, a bit about your career in retail.
Well, I formed Retail Doctor Group 14 years ago. It flies, doesn't it?
Long journey. Yeah.
And as we stand today, we are an insight strategy implementation business, working in the business to consumer space, mid to larger size, although we do a lot of programs in implementation, and the core of our business, going way back, was always implementation. And it built on my career from businesses such as Woolworths, KFC, Angus & Coote, Westfield, and certainly in the last few roles, running the franchise network for Optus, Angus & Coote leading that business. And as I grew up through retail, I was very focused on the implementation of strategy. It was always about how do we get the rubber to hit the road. It's one thing to have strategy, but it's another to really have what are the deliverables around that. And so we've built Retail Doctor Group out into a business now that has three core elements or three core divisions. It has an insights where we hold limbic methodology, consumer profiling methodology, and we're very focused on understanding consumer profiles, market trends, and we do a business diagnostics. And this is really all for businesses that want to either grow their channel, and that is building this omni-channel or retail ecosystem, into strategy around okay, what's our growth plans, what's our capabilities and so forth, and really understanding that business culture and capability piece. And then the good old fit for business action plans, the implementation of that strategy. And our real core market is very much in businesses where we've worked over the years, from banks through to fashion houses, through to specialty retailers of all description, all with a common mantra, to either grow their organic footprint or of course grow their transactional returns.
Fantastic.
And we work with a series of partners who assist us as well.
Wonderful. And the methodology, the paradigm that I hear lots of good things about does apply across all the different verticals.
Yeah, it largely does. I mean, we all have our nuances. And what's fascinating, of course, and you and I both know this so well over the years, is this almost transformative state of retail. And by that I mean, we're seeing very much the focus on the physical space, and that's really our bailiwick. That's really where our heartland is. But all the supporting networks to build coverage, community, and at a profitable rate, if you like. That's our focus.
And you bring that pragmatic retailer lens, and as you say, I think a lot of retailers will have the same challenge. They've got the strategy, but where the rubber meets the road, as you say, so well, the implementation is where you and your terrific team step in.
Well, thank you. And I think the piece on strategy is an interesting one because for years I'd sort of witnessed and been party to some pretty well-crafted opinions. But it's not until you put that customer lens in place. And what we've learned over the years through our consumer profiling is to be less reliant on the classic qual type work and really getting into the psychology of consumers, buyer behaviour, and then drawing that into strategy and then drawing that into how do we implement. And in our divisions, such as implementation, we now do a lot of executive coaching, retailer coaching through the program. So a classic piece for us is a client coming to us and saying, you know what, this is a challenging, interesting environment we're in. We want to adapt, grow, we want to absolutely motivate change in this business, and we want to be top of the pole in X number of period of years. That's where we do our best work.
Terrific. And Brian, as I say, you and I are old friends, but part of your personal brand, besides being the retail doctor, is you're a top 50 global influencer and retail commentator. You're part of the Ebeltoft Group. Is there any other things you could tell our viewers about what you do a little bit outside of the Retail Doctor Group brand?
It's been a pretty all-consuming passion, Paul, as it is for you with NORA.
I see so.
So, in terms of my interest, well, I have to say I'm vitally interested in this thing called retail. And so I travel around the world, elected partner of this worldwide alliance. I look at retail. I'm an avid commentator. My partner would say I'm far too busy on LinkedIn.
No, I like it. Keep it coming.
And in terms of my personal life, well, I live the life of an aging longboarder, so I love to surf.
I see you out in the water.
So I do all that to keep me sort of refreshed. Wonderful. But I think, if I think about Retail Doctor Group, the big motivation for me over the years has been to see what sort of value we can add back to the community. What can we add back? And frankly, what can we do that adds value to business? So we're very focused on that. But yeah, it's a pretty consuming occupation.
It's all in, and I would like to give a little bit of a plug. One of the things that you do for the retail community is your CEO breakfasts, which I think are a wonderful way. The Mint venue, what a stunning venue here in Sydney. You get together retail CEOs, and you and I are sitting together in the next few months, having a bit of a fireside chat. So if you want to pick up on a little bit more of the theme, we've obviously got a short time here with the showreels. Come and join us, Brian. Is that open to everyone?
Absolutely. Well, it's certainly open to CEOs.
Open to CEOs, the C-suite.
But we do some larger events too, and the reason for the events really are very much around putting back into the community, hearing from people such as yourself, and in this transformative state that I allude to in retail, really understanding what it is that is valuable, has substance, and we're really only going to get that from the learnings of each other.
Absolutely, the ecosystem model. Well, it's been a great pleasure to be chatting with Brian Walker, Brian from the Retail Doctor Group. Brian, we hope we'll see you nominated for the Solution Partner Excellence Awards on the advisory and consulting side.
Be delighted. You're doing a wonderful job with NORA, and we're delighted to be a partner.
Delighted too. Thank you very much for watching the NORA Solution Partner Showreel. Brian Walker of the Retail Doctor Group.
Thanks very much, Paul.